Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know, I'm not only the matron of honor, Denise's little sister. Before I begin, I would like to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Zerega for allowing us all to be part of this special day. When first hearing about their engagement, I was beyond happy for them. I remember crying hysterically and just wanting to hug my sister. We were all so thrilled to officially have Tommy becoming a part of this family, and that Denise's dream of becoming his wife was finally coming true. I did have one concern though, and that was knowing I'd have to write a speech without her help. I haven't had much practice since Denise saved and handed down all of her science projects, all of her papers, and even wrote my Sweet 16 candles. I actually think you even saved your Greek school homework so I could copy it, and I dropped out in the 2nd grade, which goes to show how little practice I've had. So, I hope this one's a good one. Denise, you are one of the most amazing people I have ever met. I'm honored to call you my sister. You're the most kind-hearted, genuine person. You put everyone before yourself and never expect anything in return. From childhood to today, I've looked up to you in awe, and I'm a better woman having had you as my role model. You have literally shared everything you own with me. Your car, your room, your money, and of course, every article of clothing. From your bodysuits, yellow tights, and dancing in the living room, singing Madonna, to your bathing suits cover-ups, wedges, and dancing in Vegas singing Avicii. Somehow, I managed to keep my hands off that dress. Seeing you walk down that aisle today, and the way you and Tommy looked at each other was one of the happiest moments of my life. Tommy, as I was writing this speech, I actually started laughing out loud, thinking of all the funny memories we've had. A few that came to mind were when we thought it would be a good idea to make the pyramid out of empty beer cans. Or the time Denise got mad at us for being late to dinner in Cabo. We got stuck eating at the buffet while she was having a 5-course meal. Or the cake fight between you and Lauren at your 30th birthday, which I have to add was even more hilarious because while we were still throwing the cake, Mommy was cleaning it up off the floor. You truly have become a big brother to me, and I could never thank you enough for bringing your amazingly loving and generous family into our lives. More importantly, you have made my sister the happiest any girl could ever be. I recently found out a little piece of information about Denise. As beautiful as she is, and always looks, whenever she would leave London to head home, she'd do her hair and sit upright on the plane the entire time to not mess it up and look good for you. So a piece of advice. Not only is Denise always right, but whenever her hair is down, make sure to tell her how beautiful she looks. You never know how hard she worked to keep it that way. You're both so lucky to have found each other, and we are all even more lucky to have you both in our lives. Always remember to respect and love each other the way you do tonight, and to take that friendship you created on this journey of marriage. We all love you, we're here for you always, and we wish you the best.
With the hard job of following that, I'm going to pass you over to Brian.
Good luck. Time out. It's in there, hold on. Just has to be in order. Okay, we'll get to that later. All right, thank you all for coming to celebrate this wonderful day. And special thanks to Tommy and Denise for making this wedding so unforgettably special. I think as much for you guys as for every one of us here. This is awesome. I'd like to say how glad that I am that I'm already married, because if I wasn't, or for anybody else there who's not married yet, you're not going to top this. Tommy, as many of you know, is a great guy. He possesses and expresses a bounty of qualities not often found in such a stout concentration. He's sharp as a whip, funny, resourceful, generous, determined, strong, kind, and best of all is his ability to make friends with just about everyone. This quality, by the way, has not always worked out in his favor. In his adolescence, he was much more indiscriminate about that. But Tom has really come a long way and grown so much that I think those who know him for the longest forget just how much of a hellion he really was. But I have not. And I don't think my Aunt Teresa and Uncle Don have forgotten either. One of my earliest memories is Tom actually by the pool. We were jumping and climbing in and out repeatedly, as children often do. At this point, though, I still had a flotation device. I didn't know how to swim. My big orange and blue bubble. The details are a bit hazy, but one thing I clearly remember is jumping in and sinking like a rock. No matter how hard I paddled, I couldn't keep afloat. Something had happened to me. My world was slipping away. And then like a flash, I was pulled up into the surface and dragged to safety by my big brother Tom. He was wearing my bubble. Tommy's not the sort of brother who toughens you up with noogies or wedgies. He was always more into the psychological warfare. He's always so good at exposing your weakness and exploiting it until you just break down and cry and beg your parents to save you from the ghosts in the wall. I'm really not exaggerating when I say that Dennis the Menace has nothing on Tommy the Terror. In reflection, I can recall moments in my childhood filled with both the depths of torment and tears and throes of rage at Tommy, both at the hands of instigation. But in that same reflection, I cannot be anything but thankful, because all of my life I'd had faced no adversity or adversary that could push my buttons like my dear brother. Yes, my brother's been one of my greatest teachers in life, not only in lessons and character, but in all matters and subjects. I think few people realize just how helpful it is to have someone a few years older, by your side to show you exactly what to do, or in many cases, what not to do. Tommy, I love you. I outgrew you a long time ago, but I'll always look up to you. Okay, I'm not done yet, don't worry.
Now it's the original speech.
Hold on, there's a section underneath. As for Denise, well, Tommy's always had a knack for picking bad apples, so I've got to assume that this is all you. Thank you so much for choosing my brother. You'll make an amazing, well, you have already made an amazing addition to our family. I consider you my sister for the longest time. And I'm happy that now it's a formality and we've all got to share, and you can now become Denise Serena, Mr. Thomas Serena. Sorry. Okay. Denise, we can all benefit in our family from your characters. You're smart, you're funny, caring, and most importantly, you're emotionally stable. You've been with one of us for such a long time, and we're happy to have you as part of our family. You really are such a delight. So, it's always incredible when so many people can travel so far to support and celebrate the ones they love. Thank you, Denise and Tom, for inviting all of us to share in this special day. I know firsthand how tempting it can be to get married and not invite anybody. So you know what I'm talking about. But marriage isn't about exclusion, it's about inclusion. Sharing your love and adoration for each other with all of us and letting us bask in your joy. Inspiring us to express our love and appreciation for each other, even though we can sometimes test each other's patience. For it's the very times which are most difficult which strengthen the bonds we have the most. Much like the way plants are strengthened by hard winds, growing stronger with roots growing deeper. So too is love strengthened by overcoming adversity. May Tommy and Denise's love, friendship, and support of each other grow stronger every minute. May your days be filled with laughter, and may you make each other forever joyful. Thank you so much. Here, take my chair.